Alright guys, welcome back to another video. So today we are going to go over I've got my phone on a stand by the way. I found it, now I'm happy. But yeah, we are going to go over my late 80s Royal Green Jackets impression. Preferably free Royal Green, the third, can't remember what you call it now, I think it's free battalion. However you say it, either way, we're going over a Royal Green Jackets kit. Just know some of this stuff is going to get replaced. Some of the bits are going to get swapped out for certain bits. So it's not fully accurate because I still have bits to work on. Like I still need a resi bag and a poncho roll and then NBC suit and a respirator for my kit. Yeah. So, nothing's perfect. This will be going on YouTube, by the way. I will not be doing one on TikTok because TikTok's ruthless. Anyways, we're going to start off with I'm going to start off with obviously what you'd wear under. So what you would wear under your smock is, well, it's late 80s, so this is what they wore. So they would have worn a GS shirt with a woolly pulley. And obviously you might have had some patches on. You might have had like your rank sewn into this and whatnot. But as soon as I get to Lance Corporal and Cadets, then I'll think about making myself a Lance Corporal for reenactment stuff. Lance Corporal, but for now I'll stay a normal soldier. I'll just stay a private. Yeah, you'd wear a GS shirt and woolly pulley. Now you would either wear lightweights or 68-pound trousers, or you would wear 85-pound. But personally, I have a smock and it's not they're not the best, I've heard, so I'm gonna stick with that and get full on 68-pound. You know me. Wasting my money on this stuff. But yeah, and obviously the smock that goes over it, is my 85 smock. So just know it's getting replaced. So the 85 smock. The 85 smock was the worst, the 85 pattern was the worst pair of combats issued. From a veteran that said it on my video, he said they were shite. Which I understand. I haven't worn this in rain. I'm sort of not gonna, so yeah. Anyways, this is what it looks like. I haven't got my light on and I can't be bothered. Yeah. Not the quite good. It's in quite good condition for an 85 smock. Yeah. Went over that. Now we're gonna go over the boots. So this depends because the late 80s there was a lot of obviously soldiers privately purchased things like, for example, a radar smock or like boots. But I'm sticking with boots gone high for this impression. They are not in the best condition. Well, they're not shiny, but they're not dull. Well, they're not dirty, but they're not shiny. Yeah. Anyways, these were brought out in 1983 to replace DMS boots that were sadly lacking in the Falklands War, obviously. Who thought wearing puttees and shorter boots would work in a place like that? Probably the British Army at the time. Yeah, these were notorious. So say these were notorious for giving soldiers shin splint, or either shin splints or tendon problems. I've worn these walking, I've worn these camping, and I've worn these walking a lot. They are good. They did not give me any problems. So, although I haven't had to go through an assault course with them or go on an exercise with them in the Brecon Beacons, so and I'm a cadet, just to let you know. So, so if you're wondering why I'm using, saying these terms, or I'm a cadet. Anyways, I'll move on to the hat because that's important. Now we're not going to go over my beret because I've got to keep my cap badge in for Remembrance Day because obviously I'm not going to swap it out. But for the berets, you would either wear, obviously, like the rifles beret, and then this. Hip. Just gonna say again for those people that who wanna call me a lizard, I've never served. It's just for reenactment stuff. Anyways, let's put the chin strap on that quickly so it looks a bit better for presentation. This is my Mark 6 helmet. This is ballistic nylon. So, yeah. Obviously you got the chin strap, and I've taped it, but I will be getting a inner tube for it, and I will be doing slight modifications to my kit that they would have done. Yeah. get the webbing out, we're not showing the large back because I don't want to, because it's not accurate at the moment at all. But yeah, anyways, here's my 58 webbing. This here, it's just got water bottle pouches on the sides. This was done, but it wasn't done much. As you can see, I've bungeed it a bit, which I'll bungee it accurately when I get a chance. And I've cut the yoke thing off and sort of taped it over because it started to tear a little bit, or a little rip in it. So this is the right side here, it's flipped. I would have a GMP belt on the right ammunition pouch. In this water bottle pouch, I would have, I've put like a little bit of, boot polishing kit. And then obviously a map of the training area and binoculars, which normal squaddies probably wouldn't have carried binoculars. In the right pouch we have wash kits, like your wash kit and etc. Camp cream bits. The left one, which is here, we have cooking stuff, so medicines, rations. Here, in this water bottle pouch, I have it's so painful. I have a water bottle and mug, 58 pound, pretty sure. And then here we have, usually would be for it was either a couple of S80 mags or 3 or 4 SLR mags. Usually, right? I mean, you would usually carry a cleaning kit, but I don't really want to be looking on eBay for a cleaning kit because they're probably rare and really expensive. I will get onto the props. Listen, before I say, I'm not showing the machine gun prop. It's not accurate at all. Why am I doing that? It's like Andrew Tate. Yeah. I don't have an L42, so don't moan at me. So this would be, once it's painted up, so obviously first thing would be a Sterling. This is just a wooden prop, so I've obviously got to cut bits out and sand it down a bit more. But yeah, this obviously you get Sterling, 9mm. Although I'm not going to use as much because I spoke to them, and I spoke to some veterans before, and I spoke to some veterans, elsewhere, and they've said not many people carried it. So, let me get the S80 prop out. Now, just mind, these are all fake YouTube. This is the S80A1, was a prop. The actual one, I'm going to remove that flag door. So the S80A1's 5.56, obviously. This was brought out in 1985. This was brought out in 1985 for most infantry regiments. But some regiments didn't get these, or didn't get a Mark 6 until, ages away. Possibly even after the Gulf War. Maybe the Mark 6 would have been brought in, but some regiments still had SLRs and 58 weapon in the Gulf. So that says a lot about the army. I'm not going to show an M16 because it's not accurate for a British kit of this sort. Anyways, I will show you the SLR prop because I've also been told that by obviously the light infantry veterans that even when they were in recruit training, some of them didn't even use S80s. Some still had the old school SLR. This is my SLR/F and FOW air rifle. As you can see, G3 stock by the looks of it. Boo. The rail on it, which ain't the best, but if I 3D print that and a stock, then I'll be good. And obviously buy a handguard on sight. Obviously, set magazine, obviously clear it. Nothing's in there. You probably don't need to forward assist it, but I'm doing it out of habit really. Taping the handguard wasn't done. I'm doing it because it keeps separating. Obviously got the SLR stock as well, It's quite good in all. This SLR air rifle is really good, and the good thing about having it is I can do more impressions, so I could move back a bit into the 70s if I wanted, which I'm not doing, so don't ask. Yeah, pretty much showed off the Sterling S80. That obviously you would have had some, not some, but they would have had the LSW GPMG, maybe an L4 Bren, but I'm not sure on the Bren part, so that's why I not made one and stayed away from it. Yeah, I'm gonna go over like bits of. I'm just gonna go over bits of private kit. So obviously bits of private kit that was already 10 minutes. Sorry, bits of private kit that was purchased obviously would have been like gloves and whatnot. Yeah, gloves. It's gonna be hard. Gloves, boots, radar smock, obviously. Or if you passed P company, you have a power smock. But I'm not doing that because it doesn't look good with the Royal Green Jacket kit. So you know. Um. No, yeah, this is probably about it for Oh no, probably maybe your own beret if you were that lucky to private buy one. Obviously, everyone could, but I think people just stuck with issued berets at that point. But yeah, this has my cadet one, the rifles thing on it, so it's not period accurate. So yeah, this is my cadet beret. It's a lot better than it was before. Trust me. I pulled that out a bit more. When this is on there, it looks a lot better. But pretty much, this someone in my family bought it from me, and it's pretty much my own beret. So if I age out and have to hand all my kit back in, I've only got to hand in the uniform and rank slide. But yeah, no that oh no, also private purchase stuff would have been possibly a hike in Bergen, because obviously large packs are rubbish, like as loads of veterans have said, and from me, no, from personal experience trying to camp with it, you can't really fit like clothing items in there at all. Like yes, you could put a sleeping bag on top, but the whole thing is when I've realised is when you're prone and there's something on top there, and you get contacted with a large pack on. If you're trying to do that on the floor and there's a bouncing bomb behind your head or a sleeping bag, it's probably gonna be quite difficult for you to actually aim properly or put your head back. So that's kind of why I put a bit of that and then a green bivy bag in there. Yeah, I'm not stuttering. My mind's going at 1,000,000 miles an hour, so bear with me. Yeah. Oh, and possibly, obviously, a scrim scarf would have been born as in. They are quite good. My one's being used right now, but I'm gonna get a period accurate one, and then obviously some bits. The usual watch I'd wear for the impression and what I would usually wear instead of my watch I found, and it works. It's this watch. This watch is green, but is a watch. No one's really going to pay attention to a watch though. As long as it looks old, in my opinion, you don't really need to worry about socks and watches in reenactment. Or even like if there's you've got a plain white t-shirt, and if you're just wearing a plain white t-shirt under it and a scrum scarf, then it's fine. Which is probably the best option, like under a smock and whatnot. But yeah, anything else can go over now. Bear with me for a minute. We'll get the large pack. Be a pain. Listen, before I get told by it, before someone said, not that anyone will comment on my video, but your large pack's a bit inaccurate. I know there's no bouncing bob on top. It's in there. I've got pegs and whatnot in the sides. It's and I need to roll it up tighter because I put my poncho in there because basically when I keep switching over from water bottles to kidney pouches, so I have to keep putting the poncho roll up instead of down because it don't work with war bowls. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the Royal Green Jackets kit. I'm going to explain fully. I'm going to get back into this now. Reenactment impression, or the impressions for reenactment. No, I won't be doing them, but they will just be impressions. Like I won't be going to shows and doing it. But what I will be doing is I will be going camping. But I will make it like a reenactment standard where I wear all this stuff and possibly have the SLR or the S80 or that Sterling if it's done. But yes, not yes, but yeah, that is pretty much it. I apologise for the long video and my quick speaking, And if it's probably going to sound so bad when I look back at this, but what can I do? But yeah. Oh, also, what a modification that was done to the 58 pack, obviously the 58 webbing, which which wasn't as common, but then it also was still done, was putting a roll pin on the belt, which I might do but I'd do it properly. Yeah, and possibly other bits like replacing the ammunition pouches for newer ones, and then the yoke for a newer yoke with a entrenchment tool, and then I'll possibly get the entrenchment tool for it. Although the entrenchment tools, sorry if I keep repeating that, the spade or whatever it's called wasn't carried much. It was only carried in training, so I could risk it, but I'm not going to risk it. But yeah, thank you for watching. Thanks for watching this video. I will see you in the next one. Please, if you like, I'm being serious here. If you want to recommend kits to me, recommend them. And also, I was thinking about doing a mercenary kit, but I don't want to anymore because I got all that out and I'm kind of sticking with that now. But yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Yeah, subscribe, like, whatever that jazz is. And also, and I will do a video on like taping, showing you how to tape up webbing if you need. Which none of you are that stupid enough to not know how. And I will also show people how to pack it in a sort of way. But that's a video for whenever, not now. But yeah, thanks for watching, as I'm gonna say for the 5th time. Yeah, thanks. Bye.